Good morning and namaste, my friend. Welcome to Namaste Today in the Zodiac weather. My name is Christopher Witecki. I call myself the sensei to Sirius joy. I'm here to stand in my heart and walk in the light. It is a pleasure to be with you today. I'm lovecasting live in 5 dimensions in this beautiful underwater temple of Gaia on Wednesday, March 11th, 2015. And today we're in this underwater theme because it is Pisces for one. And secondly, Step 20 rules the day. We're now in the Step 20s and beyond. These are the master degrees. Anyone born Step 20 and beyond in Pisces or Step 20 and beyond in any sign is attempting mastery, and they should be easy on themselves. That's one of the things you get from a reading with me is I tell you, hey, be nice to yourself. It's not easy being Jesus. It's not easy being Buddha. It's not easy trying to master the earth. And it's not easy, so to speak, from this point on, but it's not hard either. That's the whole point. It's Pisces. It's about letting things be easy. It's about going with the flow. And today, if we protect our feelings and we add some love, we'll find that our passion ignites. So we might find some treasure hidden in these old sunken ships. But before we go treasure hunting, let's first tame our brain, shall we, with the phrase of the day. I love and trust my feelings today, no matter what they discover. I love and trust my feelings today, no matter what they discover. And so it is. Now, no matter what they discover, well, I say that for many reasons. One, when we strike truth, sometimes it's hard to take, create some waves there in the emotion. Sometimes when we get clarity on something, which is kind of like truth, again. Sometimes it's not so much what we feel or the truth or what we believe the consequences of the truth will be. So no matter what our heart discovers today, no matter what we feel, let's be okay with it. It's okay. I love and trust my feelings, no matter what they discover. I'm going to observe and I'm going to swim here in this deep blue sea and see what it brings me. All right? And so it is. I thought so. The serious step of the day is Step 20. So Step 20 means that the moon is ruling the day. The moon is the ruler, which is still in Scorpio, or Cancer is the ruler. So if you have a Cancer rising or you are a Cancer, you'll have just a little bit more energy today and ability than the other side. So that's how it works with the ruling state. Now, I'm going to give you the architecture for later today because ultimately we're taking all of our feelings in the 2 and we're protecting them with the 0. So you have to protect your feelings. Protecting your feelings means that you think ahead of what could disturb you. You go ahead and pack a blankie if the baby's going to be cold. You know what I mean? You go ahead and pack a baba. Anything you need to pamper your emotions. If you just can't deal with Bob, don't even go there. That's what protecting your feelings are. All right? Then as we coast along through the day with protecting our feelings, and what we're feeling is what we're becoming, and this is a faith. So we're feeling a faith that we're becoming. We're feeling a faith in ourselves. And what we add to that is love. Now, the way you add love is you do something for yourself loving, like something like that you would love. That's how you do something loving for yourself. You do something you would love. Basically, you do something that puts you in a state of love. And what this brings you to, really, is in fact a new belief. So at the end of the night or beginning of tomorrow, we'll be in Step 21, which will bring us into a new belief, a new discovery, a new treasure. And so I think this can happen anytime during the day into tonight or tomorrow, depending on how your clock is working in your cosmic clock. So let's look at the chakras and see how they're involved. How are they co-conspiring in today's creation? Well, Violet, it's all about the crown right now. We are locking into the crown. We're getting our soul contract, and we're trying to realign with our soul. It's mind, body, and soul, and our soul right now is the one ruling things. We are manifesting, if you don't know, and we are manifesting our passion, basically. And to protect ourselves, there is one protection behind what we manifest, and there is one protection behind what we say, believe it or not. So these are the 2 places, orange and blue, that need extra protection when we protect our feelings. We're basically protecting of mismanifesting, and we're basically protecting of not being misheard or misunderstood, which leads to mismanifesting. I think that's basically where Scorpio is covering, the mouth and what we're open to having babies with, right? Those are the 2 areas. And what this adds to is passion. Passion through the third chakra. So we're passionate today, and we might get butterflies in our stomach. And the best thing to do is to listen and to let this emotional energy flow and to ground yourself before you go out the door in the first place. So let's look at the timing of the day, shall we, and the cosmic clock. So adding up the day, as you can see, things are progressing. We're in step 20 today, and later we'll be in step 21. So we're now in the final decan of the sun in Pisces. This is the deepest part of the subconscious, or the most highest vibration that we can reach. So these are the high subtleties. I would definitely pay attention to dreams right now, because this is the leading energy of psychic energy. So for instance, I think Moses was tuning in to step 20 or above. Jesus was tuning in to step 20 or above Pisces. Like anyone who is downloading some serious guidance is downloading step 20 and above in Pisces, in my opinion, because the sacred information comes through the feelings. Now, our mind is part of our anchor. This is one of the times of the year where the mind is useful, where the smart ass is helping. In this case, being very firm about where you belong or where you don't. So be very clear, decide and manifest where you belong. That's going to be kind of anchoring to something for each of the 12 signs, but it doesn't really matter. It's like I belong here or I belong there. If you know you belong somewhere right now, hold on to that as you release in other places. Now, the moon is in Scorpio, and we have been swimming with sharks, and we have been swimming past dolphins, and today we're going to actually get to some treasure. That is some healing, some emotional integrity, right? And later in the day, the moon moves into Sagittarius. In fact, tonight it starts to move into Sag, and so we're beginning to feel some of the adventure, some of the story. There's a lot of questions for that. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit. But emotions are very deep and really in the perfect place to connect to the subconscious. Excuse me. Now, Jupiter, which is the party going on, is inspiring us to believe in ourselves. And these colorful lines here, Jupiter with oranging into Uranus, right? That is Jupiter saying, hey, once we believe, the new us, the new I am statement will ignite, all right? Now, the sun and moon are trining today in that deep blue line there in the center screen, and that means that our emotions feeling lighting up and healing in the Scorpio energy allows us to totally channel God and go into that passion without sharks, without shadow. And that's what we want to do. We want to go without shadow. It's all light, man. Wear a white suit. It's time to walk on in. And then we have Pallas at the top there, making love to the galactic center. That's Jupiter's daughter. So think of Pallas as where we're planning our greatest vision. All right? So our greatest vision and the way it can continue and continue is all playing into the creation of this new ego. So there's a lot of holy work going on Earth. Now, Mars is probably the hang-up being our ego. So we may be holding on, insisting to win the old battle. We may be stubbornly digging our Taurus hooves in. It kind of depends on the individual, but, you got to just talk to the dumbass. That's Mars. Talk to the ego and convince your ego that you're winning more in the new world and to go ahead and jump. So for some of us who try to be, quote, strong, that strength turns into holding us up at times like this. So let it go, let it flow. That's what Pisces is. Go with your feelings. They will not misguide you. And then, as I had mentioned, we have Pallas, which is at step 25. Now, step 25 is God. That's feelings and mind coming together. So when we're mindful of our feelings, we are connecting to God consciousness. And so Pallas, which is basically our most greatest plan, our greatest potential for what could happen in the potential of our belief structure, is conjuncting with God at the degree of God, step 25. So that's kind of all holy. And that is trining in, again, to the new ego being born, which is Venus. Very interesting stuff. So Venus is kind of what it's all about. And look at this. Venus is trining into Pallas at step 22. That means that she is ready to go quantum. 22 is when emotions bounce off of emotions and so on and so forth. I would describe this as getting very spiritually excited about who we are to become and what we are now, and allowing our passion to run away with us And I would say do that. Absolutely. Especially if it helps Mars get into bed with the new ego. All right? And that's what's ultimately going to happen as Mars crosses here, is we find ourselves becoming greater men and greater wombed men, both. And Venus is right there, so it's greater no matter what. So some interesting times. Now the sun today is at step 20. So we are feeling what we are becoming, and we're protecting what we're feeling, and we're protecting what we're becoming. That's what most of the day is. But then later, around 5:50 p.m. Eastern Time, we will find that we now get excited. Our heart comes online. Your heart might feel vulnerable, so if you haven't gone through the steps to protect your feelings, you'll find your heart is vulnerable tonight. And we are also approaching the moon and Saturn. I'll talk about that tomorrow, but the moon crossing Saturn tonight, through the night and into tomorrow, is ultimately allowing us to let go of our attachment to an old belief structure. So as we get excited, we're still letting go. We're still letting go of the old, in this case, beliefs or theories or such and whatnot. But if we just stay connected to our feelings and protect what's important to our heart, we'll be able to walk by these old mechanisms and old parts of ourselves. So let's add this all up, shall we, with today's Joy Quest. So today's Joy Quest, should you choose to accept it, is to find your sunken treasure. What do I mean by this? Well, let's add up what we just talked about here a second ago. We are, in essence, the moon deep in Scorpio. Our emotions are deep, and our heart is moving to a deep part of our subconscious. The deep part of our subconscious is our soul's greatest hope. All right? And at the same time, we have Jupiter in Leo expanding our heart and convincing it with Saturn and Sag that we can believe different, that it can be different. So today, you're allowing those feelings to go forward. You're allowing those potentials to go forward, and you're protecting that. You want to protect those feelings. Don't tell anyone that will piss on your parade. Don't bleed in the water so the sharks come. Protect this potential. Protect this unlimited potential in yourself, right? Whatever it is, wherever it is you're hoping for in life, whatever break you're hoping for. A lot of people praying for help right now. So protect what you are praying for. And then open your heart. That's the sunken treasure. Open your heart to the possibilities. Love yourself. Give yourself some warmth. Do something loving for yourself. And I believe that heart will lead you to sunken treasure. Why do I say sunken? Well, because it's a treasure you probably knew already in yourself but forgot. And buried deep in your subconscious, it is most likely a part of you that you have not expressed, either because you have been judging yourself or not encouraging yourself. So the sunken treasure will come out, my friend, I think in the next 24 hours, if you do those things to protect yourself. So, if you're watched over in the Sirius Joy Personal Sensei Network at 9:09 a.m. your local time, I will text you where your heart is digging for that treasure. And at 11:11 a.m., I will say where you might also have some sunken treasure you don't know about. This is unclaimed fortune that's in your astrological chart. Then, at 3:03 p.m., I'll be telling what you may be blocking ye treasures. So what may be blocking ye treasures? I think I was thinking about a pirate here. What's blocking ye treasures? And what could be blocking you from your potential in calling in your fortune? That's basically what it is. All of that at 3:03 p.m. in the network. Now, if you want to be in the network in April, it's only $19.95. It's a lot of fun. I'm with you all day, and I'm always doing little things like this to help you enlighten your path in your own Sirius Joy. So come to SiriousJoy.me, and you can sign up now. Now, for today's telepathy, I thought of something very cute and something that reminded me of my grandmother as well. My grandmother, who's passed on, one of my grandmothers, her name, I'm giving you her name. Was my grandma a fish called Beatrice? Was my grandma a fish called Wanda? Was my grandma a fish called Gloria? Which one of those? You can probably see all of them as my grandma. And I'm setting that telepathy for you right now. Hope you pick it up, and we'll have the answer right after this.
You know, there's a secret in your birthday to courage, and courage leads to love. Are you ready to find out the truth? I have the answer. You too can find the truth if you dare. All that and more at secretsofbirthdays.com.
And welcome back to Namaste today. And so for today's telepathy, my question to you was, my grandmother was a fish called A, Beatrice, B, Wanda, or a fish called C, Gloria. What came to mind? And I'm definitely setting some little tricks down the line here. The answer is a fish called Wanda, actually. My grandma Wanda Witecki. Yes, and her daughter was named Wanda as well. And until I saw the movie Fish Called Wanda, I thought Grandma was the only person on Earth named that name. So if you got Wanda, you got it correctly. And I thought with the fish, it would be appropriate and send Grandma a little love that way. So let's move on now to today's rock and roll gospel. We're looking at some groovy Pisces that can do some awesome vibrations. And we're in the master's degrees, and I'm starting to share with you some master Pisces. This one of my favorites in every way. Will.i.am. Check out this awesome picture I found on the internet with him too, with his ping is already cut out and perfect. He is a Step 24 Master Pisces. Now remember, we talked about George Harrison being a Step 6 Pisces. So whenever you hit that 6, you're an awesome artist. Well, Will.i.am is Step 24, which means an innovative artist, a very high vibration Step 6, downloading some awesome stuff. This guy opened up a school for kids, from what I understand. He's just done some great stuff with his talent. And so I'm picking a very fun feeling for the day. I have a feeling perfect for finding that treasure chest and connecting. So if you haven't heard this song, check it out. Will.i.am has some awesome rhythm. Hope to meet this brother one day. But before you have that feeling, let's take a look at the moods of each of your brothers and sisters today. And I'm going to give you some tips on finding that sunken treasure. Where might ye find the sunken treasure? That's my little pose there too today, my little pirate. Sunny and cool today for the Scorpios again. Feeling good, huh? Now, where might ye find the treasure? Well, in your career, actually. So look in your career yet for some treasure. That's my opinion, where the Scorpios will find some. The Leos, sunny nesting and resting today. But you might find some treasure in the mirror. Seriously. No, but I mean that quite seriously, Your Majesty. There's something in your beauty and in your personality that you might be overlooking that is quite treasure. Step 2, the Cancers, sunny and childlike. You might find ye treasure in business or sales right now, right? So really just moving right directly into making money, you'll find that you make it right away. Maybe it's because you're so caring. Step 3, the Sagittarius is sunny, withdrawn, and spiritual, but you might find ye treasure in teaching right now or in taking a trip, travel. Step 4, the Aquarian, sunny and professional today, but you might find ye treasure in partnerships and alliances. Oh no, says the Aquarians. Oh no. No, it's good when the pirates team up. Step 5, the Gemini, sunny and hyper aware, but you might find ye treasure in a certain conversation or within your own mirage meditation. Listening to your own thoughts, that's where the gold may be. Step 6, the Libran, sunny and productive today, but you might find ye treasure in public or in social service. So you might find it somewhere, especially in a moment where you are helping an old lady across the street. You might find ye treasure there. Don't steal her purse. Just kidding. You'd be the last sign to do that. Pisces, step 7, sunny and very passionate today, but you might find ye treasure in some sort of new work or daily change. So a change of your daily reality. Try changing your fishbowl. Try changing the water out of your fishbowl. You might find some treasure. Step 8, the Capricorn, sunny and social today, but you might find ye treasure in private, exploring ye self. That's right. So something inside you also, something you haven't recognized in there is the treasure. Step 9, the Aries, sunny with a chance of handy, but you might find ye treasure in creative projects or an inspiration from one of your children. So listen to your children. You might find something brilliant to come out of that child. Came out of you. Step 10, the Taurus is sunny and sentimental, but you might find ye treasure at home with family and loved ones. And that is family and extended family as well. everyone in the Pastures family, as far as I'm concerned. Step 11's the Virgos, sunny and pensive again today, but you might find you treasure in spirit. In fact, have you ever really tried to use your psychic abilities for your benefit? I'm just saying, like, asked for things that you wanted and felt around to see where it was. I mean, Virgos can find the precise thing when they turn that light on. Just saying. So let's look at our Lightwalker Parade. Hey, if you're on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. It helps us with our YouTube relationship. And on Facebook, you can be our friend by going to soulgarden.me. And you can also join our email list, where I'll send you a good morning email every day by going to soulmart.me. And our Sirius Joy Camp is coming up. I'm so excited. I'm creating the workbooks for this. We're going to do a lot of colors. We're going to look at relationships. We're going to see how many steps you are to certain parts of yourself. You're really going to walk out of here knowing yourself, and we're going to vision quest together. It's kind of like you've had a vision board. This is a vision plan. Knowing on every step, every vibration, how you're going to point to what your heart intends to bring tomorrow. And we're going to do it together, and we're going to do it during the sun moving into Aries, which is the perfect time to be doing this sort of thing. So come to soulmart.me if you want to join the fun. And if you want to be part of the Sirius Joy Personal Sensei Network in April, it's just $19.95. And here's the thing. If you sign up in April, I'll give you the money back towards taking the camp. If you take the camp and have the text messages, you have everything. Sirius Joy and Personal Sensei encouragement every day. And don't forget, you can join our Namaste Today book club, where we talk about things, books, and all sorts of things, turning into a very philosophical discussion. I should call it the Philosophical Club, but come to namastetoday.club. It's a Facebook club, and we're welcome to have everyone come down and say hi. And I thank you in advance for supporting soulgarden.tv, the people who make donations. I'm so grateful for you as well. I really am very grateful to be able to eat and do this every day, to work together in co-creation. Have a fabulous 24 hours. I sure hope you find some treasure in yourself. And if you do, tell me about it. Post it somewhere. I love to read about those things. Remember, I love you, and live, love, be.
This is just so ironic.
So